Andrew Koch here, and we've got the second half of our Doctor's Terror stage episode that I'm uploading this week. This is going to be stages 6 through 10. And I'm going to go on the left side. Looks like if you were to flare all the way to the left, up to the top, you could avoid that node there of cannons and flamethrowers. If you don't want to waste your energy and attack those, you just go up to the top, take out a sniper tower, flare to the headquarters, take out that one cannon next to the headquarters, and so you don't have to take out two towers. But since I tend to not really pay attention that much to my easier levels, I actually forgot to load one of the boats of medics. Luckily I didn't need it. I think we all, sometimes when we multitask, we get a little tunnel vision and forget to do things we should. But not that I needed to launch it. And it looks like if you use heavy Zookas over there, the Zookas are to be out of the range of that rocket launcher. On to stage... what are we on? 7. And on stage 7, looks like we've got 3 shock launchers. And the weak side is going to be the left side. You'll still be in range of both of those shock launchers. So if you have the artillery energy, take them out. If not, I guess you'll have to maybe stick to the left, gain some energy all the way to the top, and take out as much as you can. If you need to, you might need to just take out one shock launcher with your gunboat energy and then flare your troops to the second one. If you have medics, of course, you can heal through the shock launcher. Well, depending on the troops you have. Before I uploaded these videos, I continued on. I got to stage 12 and ended up losing lots of bunch of tanks and some medics on 12, trying to go up to the right side up to the top and avoiding the boob cannons. I ended up having a lot of my troops in range of the sniper towers, especially my medics. And then when you lose half your medics, the tanks go down pretty easily. And I ended up flaring all the way to the top, where my tanks were out of range eventually, but I didn't have enough DPS after I lost 3 or 4 tanks to finish that level. So I'm going to rearm and go back and give it a couple more tries. I should be able to do it. I might see if I can go to the right side instead. Well, let's look at Terror Stage 8. Let's see, on Stage 8, looks like if you want to avoid the boom cannons, just go to the left. And the left side looks a little weaker than the right. Yeah, so if you go to the left, you can avoid both those boom cannons. You'll have to take out some cannons. If you're using tanks and medics, there's 2 cannons that'll be in range. There's quite a few of those little buildings that every time you take out one of those little, any building, it gives you 3 energy. So you take out those little one-hit ammo barrels, or whatever you want to call them. Supply crates. I had that one tank that I wasn't paying attention. He sort of is doing his own thing over there, and I have to waste some energy on putting some smoke down for my medics that are over there trying to heal him. And because if you're doing terror stages 1 through 10 with tanks and medics, there's a good chance you won't lose any tanks and medics. 1 through 10 seem to be pretty easy, and then 11 definitely starts to get a little bit harder. Typically I don't lose troops until around 12 if I'm lucky. Then I won't I mean, sometimes surprisingly some of the levels are fairly uneven, upper levels. If you can get through, sometimes if you can get through 12 or 13, you might be able to get through 14, 15. Really just depends on the type of buildings. Usually, especially when you get past 12, 13, there tends to be quite a bit more buildings on the screen. The screen really is a lot more densely packed on the higher levels, so it really depends on if you're using tanks and medics. If there's a ton of boom cannons and shock launchers, then it becomes very difficult unless you have a lot of gunboat energy to take out those killers. On this level, there's 2 boom cannons on the right. And there's that shock launcher down at the bottom. I think you can go either side. If you have the gunboat energy, take out the 2 weak boom cannons there. You could go to the left. If you stick to the far left, there's actually less buildings there. But I decided that I had enough gunboat energy to take out those boom cannons, and so went ahead and went to the right. And I did notice that I will need to take out those 2 cannons there, because they'll probably be in range of my guys. Luckily I have some energy there, and luckily that 1 cannon isn't doing too much damage to my tanks. But definitely if I was to do this over again, I would recommend go to the left side. Let's speed this up, because there's still quite a bit of health on the headquarters. And the only thing that's hitting you is that 1 lower level rocket launcher. Intel. So far this week for my task force, I've only earned 8 intel. 2 of those intel were, today I put my headquarters on my home base on the beach, and somebody attacked me and they lost twice. Now, Terror Stage 10, looks like the shortest route would be to go to the left side, and there's no shock launcher on the left side. There are a bunch of boom cannons there towards the top by the headquarters, and 1 cannon protecting the headquarters. So I went ahead and launched a barrage in the vicinity of those boom cannons. Unfortunately, I missed one of those cannons, one of those boom mines. Hopefully that 1 boom mine won't be a problem. If I flare to the top left side, I can avoid that one boom cannon. So I'm getting ready to use my flare. I'm holding off because I want to wait until those two machine guns are down before I flare past them. And then I'll flare to the top corner. A little late on the flare, a couple seconds, and I would have lost the tank there, but it all worked out. So this level's done, and we'll speed this up because there's not much to do but watch the cannons go to work. Okay, well that is Terror Stages 6 through 10 on this episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll make an effort to post some of my later levels